Boris Johnson has had the most catastrophic start to his premiership that you could possibly have. You know, there was all this stuff about, oh, he's such a brilliant debater, he really connects with the public, he's just going to eat Jeremy Corbyn for breakfast. He just completely fell apart. He just came across as a bumbling nincompoop, a total idiot, which of course he always has been. The only thing he's been good at is playing the fool. However, he is still dangerous. It's very important we don't get complacent about this because he's cunning and he's surrounded by some very cunning people. He's got a real instinct for power and for self-interest, and he basically believes that the rules do not apply to him. This is what an Eton education gives you. This is what having tremendous wealth gives you. You end up with such a sense of entitlement that you think you can evade the normal rules of society and law that other people have to abide by. He starts ripping up the rules. He starts trampling democracy, trampling Parliament. Boris Johnson, appointed by the Conservative Party without any say-so from the rest of the country as Prime Minister, and then he in turn appointing a man with no obvious moral compass at all as this immensely powerful behind-the-scenes influencer. Dominic Cummings should have been subject to criminal investigation following the revelations made by Carol Cadwallader and others about how the Leave campaign operated. Instead, he's been put in possibly the most important and influential position in the United Kingdom, which is as Boris Johnson's controller. He is the person who decides whether cabinet ministers get to keep their special advisors or not. He seems able to override and overrule everybody else in government. Yet this is a man with a proven record of cheating, a man who oversaw a campaign of blatant lies. He is the very elite that he is railing against. He lives in a massive townhouse in Islington. It's even got a tapestry room. He comes from an immensely rich landed family, which has been paid hundreds of thousands of pounds in agricultural subsidies out of the public purse, claiming to speak on behalf of the excluded, the marginalised, the poor. They've got no right to speak on their behalf. They represent the real elite, the most powerful elite of all, the elite which has concentrated wealth and power into its hands more than any other group in society. The agenda is basically creating a paradise for billionaires and hell for everybody else. I mean, this is why the billionaire press, like the Telegraph that Boris Johnson works for and is paid £275,000 a year to write a really crap column for, owned by two billionaires, the Bartley brothers. They support a no-deal Brexit because they think it's going to be great for them. The government has had an assessment of what might happen in the event of a no-deal Brexit, and it is absolutely terrifying. This is the billionaires' Brexit that Boris Johnson is trying to pursue. What no deal means is ripping down public protections. Ripping down protections for workers, ripping down protections for the living world, our crucial environmental regulations, ripping down the National Health Service. It's basically a whole wish list for neoliberals, backed by billionaires, people like Johnson, Gove, Dominic Raab, Sajid Javid, Liz Truss. They claim it's all on behalf of the excluded and the marginalised. We might be working for the rich, we might be being paid by the rich, with their massive political campaign contributions, but our heart is with the poor. Oh yeah. This is a time of great hazard, but it's also a time of great opportunity. There's a real possibility now that Boris Johnson has so massively overplayed his hand and caused so much chaos within the Conservative Party, within his own government, that they just can't come back from it. And this provides an opening for something completely new, for the real systemic change that Labour is proposing, that the Greens are proposing. But it's only going to materialise if we turn this into an active and popular politics. We can't just sit back and watch politics like a spectator sport. Politics isn't something that just happens in Westminster. It's something that happens in all of our lives, and we have to genuinely take control of that. Get out there, to get involved, to be part of the change, to be part of the new politics that I believe and hope is coming. It's one of the greatest opportunities that any of us have had in our lives.
Double Down, for principled reasons, does not run adverts, so it relies instead on your help. You can become a patron, provide a monthly donation, small, large, enormous. Help this become the future of broadcasting that I think it is destined to be.